a list of the best male fictional characters, but with a twist, because I have been challenged to only use non-violent male characters. Characters who don't primarily use violence to solve their problems, whether it be through physical strength or weapons they use, or any special powers they might have. So that rules out a whole load of superheroes, fighters, people like that. If you want to see more like this, I did a photo carousel yesterday of the greatest female characters in television, and I also previously did a video of the best female characters in books. But onwards we go with the men, and let me know if any of your favourites are missing who qualify, who don't primarily use violence. First up are the Men of the West Wing, a TV show which provides a veritable feast of men with wit, integrity and intelligence. They are all endeavouring to make the world a better place. Toby, Sam, Josh, President Bartlett, Charlie and Leo McGarry, all sensational characters. Next up, Captain Raymond Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a good man whose deadpan humour and aplomb made us love him, combined with his care and attention to detail that provided space for the officers in his charge to genuinely grow and blossom. John Keating in Dead Poets Society, an inspirational and passionate teacher who makes poetry both accessible and a transcendent experience that can be transformative. He gives the students a chance to find their own voices, and he manages to break through the rigidity of curriculum and connect with students and forms a community of learning between them. He says words and ideas can change the world. Poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. Ted Lasso, his genuine kindness and care for others shines through, showing that it is possible for a good leader to embody these qualities. His joy is catching and makes you believe that hope is not a childish absurdity. He is relentlessly good to others even when they are not good to him. Even if you don't usually like optimism, he wins you over. Chandler Bing from Friends. At first we love him for his sarcastic, deadpan humour, but he comes into his own through his relationship with Monica and really blossoms and deepens as a character, especially as they go through fertility problems as a couple. Next, Gilbert Blythe from Anne of Green Gables. He is unflinchingly honest, intelligent and loving, with a playful sense of humour and wit. He provides a respectful academic rivalry for Anne, which pushes them both to excellence. He behaves admirably and honourably and sacrifices a lot for those he loves. Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird is a man of strong morals, empathy, reason and justice. He is presented as different to other men in the town, in that he doesn't gamble or play sports, doesn't drink, smoke or hunt, but loves to read. He is respectful, polite and has a quiet strength, honour and integrity. Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, a brilliant and eccentric detective who uses his little grey cells to great effect. Chuck Bartowski from Chuck is a kind, playful, nerdy computer expert who likes to talk about his feelings a lot. When all the intelligence services information become embedded in his brain, he becomes an indispensable asset. He's a fish out of water in the secret agent world that he's thrust into. It's amusing to see how an ordinary person reacts in situations that usually only highly trained spies experience. Devon Woodcombe, aka Captain Awesome, is the boyfriend of Chuck's older sister and is a surgeon. He's a genuine, loving, straight arrow of a man and is multi-talented, hence the Awesome nickname. Everything he does is awesome. He is surprising though, and different from what you'd expect of a man like him. He's very lovable. Morgan Grimes is Chuck's loyal, if immature, best friend, but he's always there for Chuck when he needs him. Daniel Jackson from Stargate is a brilliant linguist and archaeologist who is fascinated by other cultures. His open-mindedness, sensitivity and empathy are often in stark contrast to the mindset of the military people around him. He is highly skillful at communicating with others and connecting to them in some way, even if they're not human. Sherlock Holmes is an eccentric and exceptional detective. He often astounds others with his deductive reasoning and intellectual capabilities. His confidence can border on arrogance though, and he can come across as cold and phlegmatic. But as soon as an investigation begins, he becomes animated and excited once again. The game is afoot! Neil Caffrey from the TV show White Collar is a criminal who is released into the custody of the FBI White Collar Division to consult on cases. He's exceptionally quick-thinking, charismatic and talented. He's able to outwit everyone, but when it comes to the crunch on important matters, he does the right thing. He hates guns too, which is a bonus. Peter Burke is excellent at his job and becomes Neil's handler too. He's the only one who can keep up with Neil's brain and antics. Peter is a man of integrity and tries to turn Neil's life around through the good example of the way he conducts himself and how he lives his life. Clinton Jones is another FBI agent in the White Collar Division who is highly competent and intelligent. He is very loyal and is one of the only people Peter can fully trust. Mozzie is Neil's quirky and unusual partner in crime. He's the joint mastermind behind many of Neil's schemes, but is really a big softie at heart. Leo Fitz from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a bubbly and enthusiastic genius engineer and technology specialist who wears his heart on his sleeve. Richard Castle from the TV show Castle is a best-selling crime author who becomes a consultant to the NYPD. He has a playful sense of humour, and although he can be cocky and immature at times, his flair, imagination and knowledge of obscure subjects often leads to breakthroughs in murder investigations. He is also a great single-parent father to Alexis. Sheldon Cooper and Leonard Hofstadter from The Big Bang Theory are brilliant physicists. Despite their flaws, their passion for both science and for their geeky interests and hobbies is infectious and admirable. Maurice Moss from the IT crowd is a socially awkward, nerdy IT technician. He is genuine, honest, and has a good heart. His unintentional, deadpan wit is very funny. Henry McCord from Madam Secretary is a professor of ethics and religion who is loving, encouraging, and supportive of his wife, who is Secretary of State. I have allowed Peter Petrelli and Hiro Nakamura from the TV show Heroes onto this list because Peter is a highly empathetic individual, and it is this that makes him special, and his powers are just the natural extension of his empathy. Hiro is a gentle, eager, and joyful character who has a pure heart. He aspires to heroism and keenly feels a responsibility to use his powers, the ability to manipulate time and space, for good, to help others and save the world. Sandy Cohen from The OC is a lawyer and a committed family man who has integrity and strong morals. He's compassionate, funny, and goes out of his way to help others, even if they are complete strangers. Billy Elliot has to defy expectations and gender stereotypes to pursue his passion and raw talent for ballet dancing. Wash from Firefly is a talented pilot who is kind, playful, and laid back. Professor X from X-Men is a compassionate, philosophical, and devoted teacher and genius who is always looking for a peaceful outcome. Harold Finch from Person of Interest, a gentleman who is a genius with computers and technology. Before its time, this TV show portrayed how AI could be programmed for good. Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a mild-mannered and polite man. His encyclopedic knowledge, intelligence, and experience make him an invaluable mentor to Buffy. Spencer Reid from the TV show Criminal Minds has an IQ of 187, an eidetic memory, and can read 20,000 words a minute. He is eccentric but gentle and has a heart of gold. He is soft-spoken but spots discrepancies, links and patterns that make him indispensable in catching criminals. Rory from Doctor Who, often an overlooked character, Rory is funny, compassionate and kind. His reactions and behaviour towards the out-of-the-ordinary things that he comes across in time and space is often how the audience would react in those circumstances. His loyalty and steadfastness are unparalleled. If you enjoyed this video, please consider watching the first pinned video in my profile, which explains the situation with my neck and why I'm having to fundraise for life-changing neurosurgery. Thank you.